As a cosmetic dermatologist and a woman of color, I am so happy to tell you there are a lot of safe and effective lasers that will deliver amazing results even on melanin-rich skin. I'm Dr. Nina Desai, board-certified dermatologist and mom of 4. My goal is to help you with your skincare concerns and share a little bit about my life. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video. So first, it's really important to note that the most important thing about your laser treatment is the person operating the device. So if you are one who has skin of color, really seek out a provider who is very comfortable in treating your skin type. While the device is important, of course, the operator is even more important. For example, there's a device known as BBL or broadband light, which is typically used in fair skin. Personally, it is not my go-to device for darker skin, but I do have particular settings if I need to use it in my darker skin clients. But this is one of those treatments when it's done incorrectly on darker skin can have awful consequences. So first, let's talk about the skin types. In dermatology, we use a classification scale called the Fitzpatrick Scale. The Fitzpatrick Scale labels skin types 1 through 6 and is based on not only your skin color, but how you will respond to UV exposure. And what I mean by that is, are you more susceptible to a burn or does your skin tan when it's exposed to UV? So skin types 1 through 3 are typically classified as fair to medium type skin tones. 4, 5, and 6 are the darker skin tones. So when we talk about lasers for darker skin, we're typically referring to those in the Fitzpatrick type 4, 5, and 6 category. And even within those skin types, there are certain adjustments that need to be made in the particular settings that you pick with each device. So remember, your laser treatment needs to be very personalized to your skin type. So personally, while I'm using the same device, I would treat a skin type 4 and a skin type 6 very differently. So now let's talk about some of my favorite devices and what they will treat. So let's first talk about the devices that I would use to treat one of the main concerns that I see in my skin of color patients, and that is unwanted pigmentation. One of my favorite devices to treat sun damage and unwanted pigmentation is what's called the PicoSure Pro laser. The PicoSure Pro laser is a 755 nanometer wavelength laser that delivers energy in what is called a picosecond. So that energy is delivered so quickly that it really bypasses the pigment on the surface of the skin to protect those that have melanin in their skin. It only targets the deeper unwanted pigmentation, and it will shatter that pigmentation quickly without causing too much damage to the surface of the skin. Not only does that make the laser super safe for darker skin, it makes the recovery time very quick as well. So if you have unwanted sunspots or post-inflammatory pigment or even melasma, this is a great device for you. Next, let's talk about the Clear and Brilliant Permea laser. The Clear and Brilliant Permea is a 1927 wavelength laser that's also going to target water and unwanted pigmentation. What this means is not only are you going to break down unwanted pigmentation, you are going to stimulate some collagen as well. The Clear and Brilliant Permea is one of my favorite devices for treating melasma in both fair skin and darker skin because it's known as a low energy laser. So this laser is really safe for even the darkest skin tones and even those that have significant melasma, which is really reactive to heat. The low energy lasers are not going to heat up the skin like certain other devices were. And as we know, in unwanted pigmentation like melasma, heat can actually make the condition worse. So it's really important to pick the right device for these patients. And again, always make sure that your provider is really comfortable in treating your skin type and your skin condition with these devices. Next, let's talk about how to work on fine lines, tone, texture, and collagen stimulation in darker skin. One of my favorite devices is called the Halo laser. Now, the Halo laser has the ability to be a very aggressive device, but when used at the correct settings, the Halo laser can treat even the darkest of skin tones. We just have to know which settings to use, and we will be able to stimulate collagen and really improve the overall health of the skin. The Halo laser is what is known as a hybrid erbium laser, which combines both ablative and non-ablative technologies to deliver energy both superficial and deep to really work on the tone and texture and overall health of the skin. The Halo laser is not only amazing for treating sun damage and fine lines, but it's great for treating acne scars as well. Next, we've got the Potenza RF microneedling system, which combines radio frequency energy with microneedling. This device is my go-to for tissue tightening in darker skin. That RF energy will be delivered deep to heat up tissue to cause tissue contraction, and the microneedling will help with the superficial tone and texture of the skin as well. The beauty of the Potenza RF microneedling system is it has what's known as insulated needles. These insulated needles make it very safe to deliver this energy on even the darkest of skin tones. The insulated needles in this device will allow protection of the melanocytes in the epidermal layer and deliver that energy deeper to avoid any post-inflammatory complications that can occur with other devices. The important thing to know about this device is it will require multiple treatments, but each treatment will have very little downtime. And next, of course, the correct device for hair removal in darker skin. So I always use what's called a 1064 ND YAG. This is the safest wavelength for anyone with darker skin. You want to make sure that you're protecting the pigment on the surface of the skin and only targeting the unwanted hair. And I'm going to say it again, while all of these devices are safe in darker skin, it really depends on the settings used and the comfortability of the person operating the device. And another thing that I always counsel my clients with darker skin on is that while we can get amazing results, it may not happen overnight and it may take us a few more treatments. And in certain individuals, we also may do a test spot to make sure they're having the correct response to the device. So my advice would be to make sure that you're finding a provider who's well-versed in treating darker skin tones. You can also ask them to provide you with some before and after photographs of patients with similar skin types. Have you tried any of these lasers and treatments? Share your experience in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more beauty and skincare videos.